Alright, welcome to today's video where I am building Christophsis from the original Clone Wars, and I love this planet. I love the medium blue color, and the glowing debris looks great on this sort of hexagon pattern sidewalk. I think maybe just path, and it looks really good. And these are being held in by gravity, as you can see. All the black 1x3s, all these hexagon shapes are being held in by gravity, which is kind of hard to work with, but it works fine. And then I have this trench of debris using medium blue, trans medium blue to just kind of get that look of those beautiful chunks of debris that were kind of glowing and just looked really good. And as you can see, I have hinge plates underneath which allow it to change shape a little bit depending on how you want to display it, and it works really well for that. However, these medium azure actually, hinges are $2 to $3 each, so I recommend using dark bluish gray. I use two of each. I also have this other chunk of debris, chunk of the fallen buildings, whatever it was that was littering the streets looked absolutely cool. So I have another one of those, and I'm just going to place that right on the base. And this is actually a MOC on Rebrickable. Most of the parts come from that. I did modify it a little bit, but I will link that below if you do actually want to build this for yourself. I would really recommend it. There are other chunks of debris, some crates, some containers, some just random mishmash of parts that just probably fell off the buildings or fell off vehicles or stuff in the explosion, and they're just kind of included all around in the MOC, and they just add that much more detail to it, and it looks really good with them. They're very spontaneous builds and don't make much sense because they don't have to. Now, this Droideka is also a rubricable model, the best Droideka I've ever seen in my entire life. It uses General Grievous droid arms on it, so those are kind of pricey, but otherwise it's like a $10 Droideka from Bricklink, and I'll link the instructions below, but it's great. I'm just adding 3 battle droids here to build up the Separatist army and pin down the Republic troops. I'm using Clone Wars clones because they're my favorites for sure, and this one I'm going to take his leg off, bend his other one backward, put the body back on, and then put the leg in front of him so it looks like he's kneeling. Alright, so I don't have Light My Bricks lights or any specifically Lego lights, but I do have these lights that I got at Walmart, so I don't know if those count, but they work pretty well, and they're just pretty cheap lights at that, and they work perfectly for putting in bricks because they are really small, so they can fit in there. So I'm just putting some batteries in. It looks like they're flickering. They're not. But I'm going to build up the base with some bricks to get it to be higher up and just, look better, and also fit the battery box inside, because I do like really thick bases, but also the real point of this is the battery box won't fit underneath, and I didn't want to just lay it behind it. So I'm building it up, and it is going to put the box underneath with some of the lights that I don't use. If you do like this video, like and subscribe if you learned something, or if you're going to use these techniques yourself. It would help me out a lot, and I don't want to tell you to like and subscribe without giving you anything, but if you have gotten something from the video so far, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to unwind these lights and take off just a string of them. I only need about maybe 8 inches of the lights. I really don't need that much. It's not going to be very important for the overall build to have a ton of lights, just a few to kind of make it glow. So I built up the base one more brick high off camera because it definitely needed it. It wouldn't have fit otherwise. And so the sides and the back, I didn't have enough bricks, so they are kind of missing some, and light will poke through, but it doesn't really matter. And if you build yours, just get more bricks. And so I'm taking the pieces apart to put the lights inside, just the trans blue pieces, so that the lights glow blue and are kind of hidden inside the Lego. And I'm trying to hide the wires best I can. Light My Bricks would be better, but also way more expensive. These were $6 versus 10 for 5 or something like that for Light My Bricks. So I'm putting the figures and debris to kind of hide the wires as best as I possibly can, and I can put that box right underneath, and this is what it looks like in dim light. It looks beautiful. The blue peeking through just looks so good, and at night it's very hard to show on camera, but it looks a lot better than this looks. It's just so dark, it's kind of, fading into the camera, but it looks really good at night as well. and it looks like Christophsis. The debris looks really beautiful. So that's my MOC. It's pretty simple, honestly. You don't even need the lights. You could just build the MOC itself, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.